The No New Friends podcast is brought to you by Sandpiper Vacations. For the best in vacation plannings, just visit www.sandpipervacations.com. Let them know that the No New Friends podcast sent you.
And then turns out that when I rolled back in the chair, the shit was already deposited on the floor. When I rolled back, there was 2 little shit nuggets, and the one shit nugget was untouched, the cute little one that I saw. The other shit nugget I didn't see because it was inside of my chair, inside of the wheel of my very expensive chair, which is now out of commission because the wheel smells like dog shit. So now there's shit, not only just a nugget on the floor that was easily thrown away, embedded into my carpet. It's and when I say embedded, it's like someone took a hammer and started hammering the shit into my carpet. I mean, it looked like a Picasso.
You did roll over it, so it's kind of the same as an elephant walking over it, right?
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacation Studios. It's time for the No New Friends podcast. The podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. The good, the bad, and the funny.
Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's showtime. It's showtime.
That's right, you're listening to the No New Friends podcast, voted number 1 by our friends and family, and number 3 by the Orlando Weekly Readers Poll. We are the podcast for adults who love to laugh at adulting. Now, if you'd like to connect with us on all of our social media, all of our links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise and join our clubhouse. Become a friend with benefits. For as low as $2 a month, you can watch us record all of these things live, have exclusive access to never before seen or heard interviews, and a bunch of other perks. Right now, we are streaming live on the YouTube, so give us a subscribe on the YouTube. You can watch us record every Wednesday night, right around 8 o'clock or 8:30, depending on if we're having technical problems or whatnot. My name is Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, my amazing cast of characters: the Jewish American princess Sarah.
Hello.
The scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
Mary, wait a second. You gave me the wrong script. We killed her off in season 3.
Oh my god.
Our emotional support gay, Nick.
It's me. I'm a gay.
And our producer, Alex.
Hey, nice to see you all.
Chris, you're killing me with this, but I digress. Sarah, your hair is looking on fleek today. Do the kids still say on fleek? And is that in the right context?
I assume it would be in the right context, but I haven't heard that in years. Sorry, Scott.
Oh, but you got a haircut today. It's not 3 feet long. It's 2 feet and 11 inches long.
Correct. Exactly. Because I'm still greedy. Okay. I want the length in my hair.
I'm just impressed that I noticed an inch. A lot of girls are like, oh, you didn't notice my haircut. I got a millimeter taken off. I'm like, how am I supposed to do that? But I am channeling my inner Nick, and I noticed the haircut.
I always notice an extra inch.
Well, listen, if you look at this piece right here, okay, that's about 2.5 feet that she cut off of that piece. So
she donated to cancer?
She thought I was going to... Well, she could have, but it was on the floor of the salon at that point.
Could use it as a jump rope.
I could use it as hair.
I know, right? She thought I was going to cry when she cut the hair. She actually forced me to tell her every section I wanted it cut at because she said I was going to cry.
You had to put little quadrants and stuff like a battleship,
She did.
Scissors to A4.
She did. She kept pulling it down. She's like, tell me when. You know what? No, you grab it and you tell me where you want it. That could be taken in multiple ways. Actually.
Yeah. I was slightly turned on.
And did you tell her where you wanted it?
I sure did. She got it just right.
Wow. So now we have a new crush. We've got the Savannah girl, your sister-in-law, and your barberista. What do you call a female barber? Hairstylist? I don't know.
Yeah, a hairstylist. But no, after everything was said and done, I think she was praying to Jesus for me. So it was an experience. It really was.
What happened?
So, so I sit down in the chair and I have the idea of what I want. I have researched it. I've been on Pinterest. I've been on the TikTok. I'm looking at stuff. Okay. And I happened to send a TikTok to my sister-in-law.
The one that you have a crush on?
Yes. Oh, absolutely. 100%. Okay, because I need to make sure that my wife likes my haircut. My husband is second tier, but she needs to approve. So I sent it to her and she said, this is the one. This is perfect. There's enough. We left enough. Trust me. So I'm sitting in the chair and I'm trying to pull up the video that gives her the idea of what I want. And I start to panic because there's no internet in the salon.
Oh, no.
And so the TikTok's not pulling up. The Pinterest isn't pulling up. And I've come to the realization that I have to open the text from my sister-in-law. Well, Chris is well aware of what was in my text messages, okay? She is playing, I don't even know the name of the video game, but she's playing
Baldur's
a video.
Gate 3.
Baldur's Gate 3, okay.
I had to clarify what it was as well when I received it.
Apparently, whilst building the character, there is full genitalia. I'm talking detailed genitalia. It is moving back and forth.
What? This is a video game with a moving penis.
Yes, she only showed me the male version.
Yes. I need this. Yeah.
She only showed me the male version.
Science.
I don't know the female version. Well, sorry, Nick, it's kind of small, but it's there.
Oh my gosh,
and,
it's like a full on penis right there. Oh my god, it moves when he wiggles. It moves.
He's hairless.
Wow. Well, because he manscapes, and you can manscape for 20% off by using promo code NNF on manscaped.com.
I've already watched this like 10 times now.
Imagine.
Let me know when it's my turn.
Imagine my horror realizing in this moment that I have to open the text messages from my sister-in-law to show this lady the TikTok, and she's already been talking about Jesus within the first 10 minutes of my appointment. Love her. She's amazing.
Her a heart attack.
But I waited just...
hold on. I could see Sarah. I could see Sarah not realizing which thing she's showing her, and she's showing the lady, and she goes, see how it waves back and forth, and this lady's passing out because she's got a schlong in her face.
No, I had tequila for lunch yesterday, not today, so we're okay.
Okay.
I just knew that as soon as I opened that text, I tried every outlet possible before I got to my text messages. And finally, in my head, I thought, I'm screwed. I might as well just open my text. So I did exactly that. And the first thing that popped up was this video. And I waited until she was turned a little bit, but I think she saw it. No, like her body physically turned. But I think she saw it. Actually, I'm 98% sure that she saw it because the rest of the appointment we talked a lot about Jesus.
And what and what appointment was this at?
This was at my haircut appointment.
Your haircut. Oh,
yeah.
Man.
So I sat there for an hour after this because she was checking what style I wanted within the first 5 minutes. So I got there at 9. I left at 10. So at least 55 minutes of that was incredibly awkward.
You could have just sent it to her and be like, here's the tip.
Oh.
I've been on the opposite end of this. This is jogging some memories. I remember working many jobs ago, and one of my employees was trying to show me pictures, and this is like circa the brand new internet. We didn't have a lot of things, and just this was pictures on a file. There was no iPhones. Maybe there were iPhones. I don't know, but all of a sudden
you had to use LimeWire or something.
Something
I was gonna say floppy disk. Honestly,
it was floppy.
Yeah.
Scott just peeked into his neighbor's houses back then. There was no.
So anyway, she's flipping through the pictures. I don't remember if it was on like her Nokia Motorola Razr or and I honestly had to have been after 2004 or on the computer or whatever. And all of a sudden I see her boyfriend schlong. And I'm like, I don't think I was supposed to see that. And very awkward the rest of the day. Chris, have you ever seen a dick pic?
Actually, I have. Yeah, Yeah. Not much to talk about it. There's really not much to talk about it. Yeah. But I did have to answer you. So
okay.
I have, but no good story.
Okay. Now,
well, I'm sorry, I won't share my pictures with you again, Chris.
No, it did. No, this wasn't Nick's. This did. Okay. If I am being completely honest, it was not in an awkward setting, but it did, like when I saw it was sloped to the left a little too much. And by a little too much, like it's sloped to the left. Oh. I don't think it should. I don't think that's right. So instead
There's a
of
pill
like
for that. There's a pill to fix that. Yeah.
Yeah. Instead of laughing, I reached out to him and say, hey, accidentally was on your girlfriend's phone, saw this picture, noticed your penis sloped to the left. I think you should get it checked out. We are no longer friends, but I hope that he's doing well.
So, Nick, I have a question. Maybe this is gay 101, 102 or something. So I've learned, I think it's episode 23 of the New Friends podcast, that D-pics are never okay. Women don't like D-pics. Oh. According to episode 23, D-pics are never okay. In the gay community, are D-pics okay?
Obviously.
Okay.
I mean, that's like the first picture you send.
Do you and Sean still send them?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, I manscaped, so I have to show it off somehow. It's all about the advertising. No, I mean, I've talked about it before. We have an open relationship, and we've been on Grindr for a long time, and we like to share pictures, and we've got our pictures on there that we share with people, and they share with us, and sharing is caring.
Did you ever send a picture of Sean's to somebody else, pretending it was yours?
Not Sean's, but I've sometimes, like, people on Grindr are just some people are just annoying. Mm-hmm. They don't take the hint that you're not interested, even when you say I'm not interested. Mm-hmm. So sometimes on Grindr, I have a couple pictures saved in my phone that are just the most ugly penises that you've ever seen in your life. And I like to share those instead. So
that's really funny.
Just to see how interested they are.
Okay, so have they ever seen a picture of one of these and continued the conversation?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
People are so weird on there. Like, I mean, so
I love it with warts. So you get
I'll take my chances.
I remember one time Sean and I were on a trip in Chicago, and he opened up Grindr, and just people on there are so freaky. And I don't want to kink shame people, because I know people are too short. People, Chris has a wife. So I don't want to kink shame people, but we were in Chicago, and this guy was like, I'll pay you money to lick your feet.
Okay, I'm going to kink shame that.
To Sean. And I'm like, okay, people have foot fetishes. And Sean responded with, I've been walking around Chicago in flip-flops for the past 8 hours. You really want to lick my feet? So I told Sean, I'm like, how much is he offering? Because, I mean, I could use a good dinner.
A good business opportunity is a good business opportunity.
Yeah, $20 is $20. Let's do it.
That's one of the least intrusive things that they could do, honestly. So
that's actually pretty respectful. Yes, Sarah, you're right. You are actually right.
I mean, if there's anything you're going to do for a lot of money, at least they're not being intrusive in a sense. If you're not into it,
I mean, it always starts with the feet, and then
works its way up.
Sometimes it ends. Yeah, sometimes it ends differently.
I'll tell you what. Could prostitution end rape?
What? Mm-hmm. Wow. What?
Because there's a transaction involved, so that would be a form of consent, like an undeniable consent. I think we might need prostitution to legalize prostitution. Maybe. That's a really good point, right? Like, because
is it prostitution if it's just your feet?
Well, sure. I mean, look. So
it's like
because
I was
going to ask if if someone's paying someone to lick someone's feet, that's consent, right? You're accepting the money,
correct?
Right. So I don't know.
Yeah.
So
I don't know.
Do some research on this.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where you're going with it, but sure.
I just think that I don't know
for this journey.
I think maybe one of us should run for office on the let's legalize prostitution, and end unwanted sex, because then, like, if you have to pay every single time.
Oh, so you have to pay every single time.
Yeah, even if it's $1, even the dollar.
Unless it's in a marriage,
there's some
right?
form of transaction. Unless it's in a marriage, yes, then it's consensual by law. Wait a second.
My wife would differ a little bit.
Yeah, wait a second. I guess you're still.
I still have to
you know
pay.
what? I'm gonna have to workshop this. I am gonna have to workshop this. If you go to www.thegreentateparty.com, I will be sending this.
See, I'm down for legalizing prostitution and marijuana recreationally, because you can tax the hell out of it.
Same thing, right?
Right on the same level.
Think about how many jobs it creates. Okay, someone's got to package the marijuana. Someone's got to sell the marijuana. Legally. The distributors. Beer. Nick, you were a beer distributor. It adds jobs. And then same thing with prostitution. They have to go in for regular STD testing to keep their license active, but
then you have like a manager that's helping find the clients.
Correct. There's special.
There's a word for that, right?
Listen, Chris, I'm with you. I don't know about the whole, if you pay for it now it's consensual thing. We'll work on that, I guess. But
I just think I could help a lot. I'm just trying to be a good person. I'm just trying to end bad things in the world. And it didn't come off right. But I think everybody knows my intentions. And when I'm elected president of the United States, transactions will be enacted for sexual relations, whether it's feet licking or anything else.
Well, you got my vote.
Thank you.
As long as you send a D pic.
Yeah, that's gonna be part of it too.
Part of the campaign.
When you register to vote, you have to send a dick pic.
I mean, back to like Sarah. So you said you had this in a text message, and you were talking about it earlier to us too. And I just pictured like that you just had a random, that it was in your phone and everything. So the fact that it was in a text, like I run into the issue with, I have a 6-year-old child. I have pictures in my phone of my vacation trips that I like to show her, and sometimes I have to tell people to stop scrolling. Sometimes you feel great about yourself and you're on vacation, you're laying in a hammock on a Virgin Cruise Line, and you might not have clothes on. It just it happens.
Well, that happens when, because I still send my husband pictures, all right, and
Can
vice
you
versa.
call my wife and tell her that it's okay to do that? Because
it's perfectly okay.
Yeah.
Once a day at least. I know.
Oh.
Is that not?
No, I'll get a picture of her toe when she's laying out. Oh, look what I'm doing on break. I'm like,
no, I'll take my. I shouldn't say that. No, I'll take my clothes off in the bathroom at work if I have to and take a picture.
Is this like a snap streak or something that you and Lewis have going on with the Snapchat where you got to keep the streak going?
We don't even have Snapchat. This is just straight over text, invisible ink, so nobody sees it. And then, we're just having a grand old time.
Invisible ink? What's that?
On the iPhone.
There's invisible ink on the iPhone?
Yeah, when you send a text, you hold down the little arrow and then it gives you options on how to send things. And one of the options is invisible ink. So he knows when an invisible ink picture comes through, he needs to step away and pull his phone back a little bit, So when I'm scrolling through my pictures, sometimes I forget that they have to go into the hidden folder. Look, he's going through his phone right now.
Chris just sent me an invisible ink. Chris, I didn't want a dick pic. So wait,
it was just for science.
But what do I do to see this now?
This one.
You have to wipe it away.
You gotta swipe it. Like
it's funny. That is kind of ironic.
Fuck you.
I feel like that's 2 times.
2 fingers. Wow, that's pretty neat. Huh.
Yeah, I get my wife sends me pictures or just screenshots of the grocery list.
That's so sweet of her.
It's literally
so romantic.
Never an invisible ink. It's usually with the emphasis effect.
Yeah, it sends an echo. Yep, so that you see it all over the screen.
Slam. Fireworks and everything.
Yeah,
love it.
My wife usually sends me pictures of when the dogs have messed in the house. So yeah, my dogs will do their thing, and then my wife sends me pictures. She's like, you're gonna have to clean this up when you get home. And I'm like, clean it up now. Chris, does your dog ever poop in
That's fucked up. No, actually, she doesn't.
No,
unless it's today, a half hour ago.
Really? What happened?
That was that was a shameless transition.
It was a perfect transition.
Shameless plugs.
It was a perfect transition.
Welcome to the literal shit show.
Peeling back the curtain.
I am sitting on top of shit right now as we speak.
He didn't clean
There's
it.
a candle.
He didn't clean it. I recorded it.
I don't know how to do it. I believe services on their way to my house. It's going to take a couple days. I don't know what to do.
This is no exaggeration. Right before we're about to record, Chris is showing off his dog Bailey and
got a nice haircut.
Yeah, nice haircut,
and a little snazzy,
a rose collar thing.
Yeah, little bow, so cute,
super dope,
so cute.
Yeah,
Bailey was
Lifted
telling
her
us
up.
that she showed her barber a dick pic too.
Yeah,
it's weird.
That was talked about. And when I picked her up, I scooted back in my chair to get a better view of her. Right. Was wondering why she was in my office because,
by the way,
she usually hangs out with Emily all the time.
Let it be noted, I declined a better view of the dog, but Chris insisted.
Yeah, I don't know why I showed them because they didn't give a shit. Sarah wasn't there. Nick was like, "Oh yeah, it's a dog." Scott didn't even look.
I caught
Scott
it for 2 seconds, and I enjoyed every bit of it.
Scott, I showed it on screen. Scott started visibly sweating and panted himself. Scott when he saw it, this was weird.
Like, I don't need dick pics.
So anyway, I scooted back in the chair to show, and that I'm saying I'm scooting back in the chair because what happens next? Smells like she farted. I was like, "Why'd you fart in my office, dog?" And then I was like, "Wait a second, this fart's not going away." Turn around in my chair, there's a little nugget on the ground, and I playfully was like, "Oh my gosh." She just shit in my office. It's kind of funny, right?
It was funny. I could see it on your face. You were like,
funny.
Look what you did. Look what you did.
Little dog. Oh, that's cute. I was going to just pick it up and throw it away with a plastic bag. And then turns out that when I rolled back in the chair, the shit was already deposited on the floor. When I rolled back, there was 2 little shit nuggets, and the one shit nugget was untouched, the cute little one that I saw. The other shit nugget I didn't see because it was inside of my chair, inside of the wheel of my very expensive chair, which is now out of commission because the wheel smells like dog shit. So now there's shit, not only just a nugget on the floor that was easily thrown away, embedded into my carpet. It's and when I say embedded, it's like someone took a hammer and started hammering the shit into my carpet. It looked like a Picasso.
You did roll over it, so it's kind of the same as an elephant walking over it, right?
So
the funny thing, Chris, I don't know if you knew this, but you definitely did not mute your microphone. So
I didn't.
Nick and I are sitting here and we're listening to yelling at Emily about just
to
Emily, although it was confusing.
I was venting.
I don't know. There was anyway, so the next thing we know, Chris comes in and he's fully scrubbed in like he's going to be working in the OR department of the ED. Full, gloves down to he's scrubbed in and everything. Yeah, blue gloves. He's got the hairnet and the little booties on.
You have to. Like, you can't get that.
Doing surgery or you cleaning up dog shit? Just grab a plastic bag, bro.
Like I need to scrape it out of my carpet. It's in the It's in the carpet.
He's like, I don't know what to do.
In the carpet.
I literally don't know what to do. He's like,
this is all true.
Yeah, you have no clue what to do, and I'm like, Chris, you have a baby coming.
Yeah, I was going to say, welcome to fatherhood. Yeah. I mean, it's not the same, but I'm scraping slime out of my carpet every day. So, I mean, this is the life.
I would have killed to scrape slime out of my carpet.
That sounds like Nick's house.
That's not slime, Scott.
So I got this. Emily brought me in this foam spray. Looked like one of those when you're 18 or 19, you think it's cool and you go to a club and they have all those bubble soap party things. Looked like one of those all over my floor. The foam is everywhere. I'm scrubbing it with a toilet brush cleaner that was not used yet. And
Well, that's okay. It's literally what it's there for, is to clean shit. So you can reuse it in the toilet.
I think everything's fine. Am I a little high from the fumes of the foam that I sprayed? I don't know. I have no idea. I've never trapped myself in a 10 by 10 room after spraying half the can of this stuff. And I've never been high before, so I have no idea what it feels like.
It's definitely not
will I wake up tomorrow? I hope so.
Is he suggesting that we pay for consensual sex and it's no longer called rape? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe. Spoiler alert, you cannot put a claim in on your homeowner's insurance if your dog shits on your carpet. Unfortunately, I did. That was the first thing I asked, actually. Also true story. I think the poop is gone. I might never come back into this room. This might be the last podcast I do from here. I might just have to throw the room away. I don't know what to do. I kid you not. I have a utility knife right here, and I almost cut my carpet out.
Start over. Sell the house.
I almost was just like, you know what? It's not even worth it. Not even worth this. I almost cut the carpet out and just threw that away. I was just gonna live with that. I think it's gone, though. I think it's gone.
I have so many questions. What are you doing with the utility knife that close to you? And
it's like,
where did you learn how to open it like that? It's a fidget toy.
It's like a switchblade.
Jesus.
It looks like that little...
it's like that video you sent us.
Jiggly penis, right? And then you just snap it out. I've been watching a lot of Bruce Lee flicks lately, and I've just been familiarizing myself with weapons. So there's shit all over my floor. I can only imagine. Like, I just don't think that foam and a brush is gonna get everything up. It was like almost too easy, and when something's too easy, it's just I don't believe in it. So like the vaccine. So I was trying to make it easier for Scott to understand what I was saying.
Thank you.
So yeah. So I don't know. I'm in an office right now with millions of dead ants and shit now. So could you imagine? Spoiler alert! I slaughtered the families of all the ants. They're fucking gone.
I was wondering why I didn't get a call.
I spared women and children, but I did kill all the men and the queen. That was just insensitive that they had a queen and England didn't, so I killed their queen. Could you imagine if I had this shit on my floor with the ant problem?
Oh my God.
They might have cleaned it up for me, actually.
Could you imagine if Department of Children and Families gets called and sees all the dead ants and the shit just sitting in the office?
No, the pack and play's on this side of the room, guys. It's fine. It's fine. 6 feet. 6 feet to stop the spread.
Letting your kid eat a magnet, that's fine. Having a room with a bunch of dead ants.
No.
Well, you know what? I do have a solution. The government told me that there's any bacteria or anything will be killed within 2 weeks. So I'll just leave the room for 2 weeks and I'll come back in 2 weeks. And then no viral infections can be spread. I think that's how it works.
Yeah, it's called the 10-second rule. It's fine.
I'm going to throw up.
So you have
just
ice.
wait till you have a kid.
You have ice outside and snow and stuff.
Yes. Yes, I do.
Yeah, I had to wear a Spirit jersey and a hoodie today. It was freezing down here. I didn't wear
What was the
shorts.
temperature?
53.
Oh, wow.
Daytona
Thoughts and
Beach,
prayers.
it was 33, actually.
When was it 33?
When I woke up at 6 o'clock this morning, it was 33 degrees.
Oh, I was up at like 6:30. It was
Wake up at
45 here.
6?
Chris is like, I wake up at 6 p.m. maybe.
Yeah, I'd take a nap at like 8.
Well, fatherhood for you, Chris. It'll happen eventually.
That's what Astro's for. I plan on doing all the sleep I can get.
Thanks for asking, Scott. It was 8 degrees in Ohio. 8.
Oh,
But the wind
That sounds a
chill
bit
was
chilly.
the wind chill was a -8. So it felt colder than that.
yuck. Why do you guys do that? Like, if you live in a northern state, you can't complain. It's like us complaining about how hot it is in the summer.
And,
Like here.
and I
Just is
wasn't
what it is.
complaining. Like
okay.
I'm like, yeah, it's cold. But the issue with the complaint department, and by complaint department, I mean on social media that I kept seeing that was so freaking annoying. There's so many parents out there that are pissed that the schools did not cancel today because it was cold.
No, cold's not a reason to cancel. It's,
Exactly.
If it snowed in, you
And
cancel.
apparently there's a couple schools in our area that have like a rule in place that if it's -15 degrees outside, it'll cancel school. It was 8. Calm down.
That's not negative 15.
Yeah, Nick, you know why we don't complain?
Because you live in
We're not bitches. Being you, we're just not little bitches like Mr. Spirit Jersey over here.
It was cold, and I'm getting over the man flu. I had to take care of the body and stuff.
I guarantee you, Scott didn't even leave his house. I guarantee you, he just stayed in that office all day. I was like, I need to wear my Spirit Jersey inside with the heat on.
But it's like you Florida people, I don't understand. I don't know if it's just because you're so used to it. And I think we talked about it too before with the air conditioner thing. But every time I go down to Disney World and it's winter and by winter, I mean it's 65 degrees. You guys all have your parkas on, your winter hats, your gloves.
Oh, yeah.
We're down there in flip-flops and shorts and a tank top. I'm like, let's roll. If it's above 40 degrees, flip-flops are
I'll wear shorts. I'll wear shorts until it probably mid-40s is my cutoff for shorts, but I will wear 8 layers on my upper body.
I want to claim your cargo shorts as shorts, but I digress.
I will say that it's different when you're inland, okay? But I have heard from many Northerners, and my parents included, all right, one from Pennsylvania, one from Canada, that winters are awful in Florida because of just the air itself. The water is awful. And people who have traveled, and of course I work in a hotel, they come down and they're like, listen, it is 8 degrees warmer here, but it is so much worse than up north. So I'm not saying that, we're doing better than you guys, but I'm just saying.
Well, and also, Sarah, we don't have the buildup. Like up north, they have the buildup where it goes, okay, and it's in the 60s, and then it's in the 50s, and the 40s, and the 30s, and the 20s, and the
we used to.
What?
We used to. We have a thing called global warming now, Scott, which I know
it's getting colder. How could it be warming? But
we go from 98 to 30.
Here in Florida, we could in one day. It could start at 38 degrees and it could end up at 72 by the end of the day. And it's like 8 different outfits you have to prepare for. This is why I spend so much of my wife's money when I go to the theme parks, because if it's cold in the morning, I'm like, I'll be fine. Like there was a time that I went with Sarah and Lewis and I was wearing just a t-shirt and I froze my ass off for 2 hours. And then then it's warm. I don't want to carry around a sweatshirt all day. So I just deal with it.
I'm pretty pro. Oh, wow. Tongue twister. I am pretty pro global warming.
Like
we haven't had snow in 2 years. That seems like a great.
Yeah.
It's like drill, baby, drill. Like, listen, give me all the global warming I can get.
Yes, it's cold up there. The warmer, the better.
I'm not gonna like. Listen, I'm not gonna die from this sea level rising. My kids might, but I'm not.
It's not our problem, right?
Think about it. Think about it.
It's not our problem.
No. I'm living the dream up here. It didn't snow for 2 years.
It didn't really.
No, it would have been 2 years next week. But yeah, it wouldn't have. It's 2 years. Didn't have to pick up a shovel. I'm very pro global warming. I will vote I will vote in office whoever is anti the environment. I'm like the worse the environment. Like if you're pro coal, pro fossil fuels, I'm voting for you.
I'm pro plastic straws. So if that's the same person, then I'm in.
Yeah,
I'm in.
Yeah.
Well, and also we talked about this a couple weeks ago. I can't just take the bag out of my interior recycle bin and then just throw it in the. No, I have to take everything out, make sure it's the right kind of plastic.
Wait,
the right
what?
Kind of. Yes, I cannot just put the trash bag.
I'm more stuck on the fact that you recycle in trash bags.
Yes, but I can't do that.
Nobody does that. No one does that.
No,
not one person. Like you are the only person on this earth that uses a plastic bag to recycle.
Well, yeah, because it sits in the interior trash can.
And you know why? It's because you're not allowed to use the plastic. You can't recycle the plastic bags.
We don't anymore. We don't. We just take the whole trash can outside.
No one ever has.
Well, we did up until about 6 months ago.
I'm trying to explain to you that I've never met anyone, and please, Nick and Sarah, chime in. I've never met anyone who was recycled with a plastic bag.
That's the truth, but I haven't I haven't had recycling picked up in 4 years now. They just don't do that anymore. I was making, they really do, but I was making the right choice by trying to recycle, and they were like, "Nah, just throw it in with the rest of the stuff." So I gave up.
I think it's really funny that like you were recycling a trash bag. Like, you just threw your trash bag full of recycling stuff in your recycling bin.
I wasn't intending to recycle the trash bag. I thought that when it went to the factory, there was someone assigned to my trash bag, and they opened the trash bag and sorted everything and pulled everything out. I mean,
now I will give you that, because I do have a lot of faith in my recycling people, because it's like you read online, like, listen, when you before you recycle like your jelly or peanut butter, you have to wash it out.
No, I don't.
Make sure.
No, I don't.
Yeah,
the ants will get it.
I think that if by first-hand experience, the ants will get it. And I have a lot of faith in our recycling system, so I don't do any of that stuff. They tell me I can't recycle pizza box, and I think I talked about this before. I recycle pizza box. There's no way. There's no way that a pizza box can't be recycled, so I threw that in there too. But yeah, no, never a plastic bag. Never have I ever thrown recycles with a plastic bag in there.
Can we talk about the fact that you said you took this bag outside? Correct.
Correct.
I thought you have like a butler in your house.
They have to week off. Unfortunately, the butler, my wife, had to go in to work really early in the morning and didn't take the recycle bin out. Because that's the thing. When all these rules came down on what we could and couldn't do, I said, well, I'm not recycling anymore. It's just going in the trash. And she's like, no, we can't do that. We have to recycle. Our kids is kids. And I'm like, fuck them. So I said, okay, fine. If we're going to continue to recycle, then you are responsible for bringing the recyclables outside to the outside recycle bin. I'll bring it outside, but you have to bring it from inside to outside. That lasted a week, and now I'm doing it because if I don't, it's just going to overflow. Because whose job is it? It's this whole thing. Anyway, you guys ready to play Jersey Man, Florida Man?
Absolutely.
Always.
Let's do it.
Whether flipping a fan boat or crashing a truck, these states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
Every week, Game Master Ryan brings us two news stories. One is from Jersey, one is from Florida. It is up to us to determine which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey guys, this is Ryan, coming to you from the No New Friends newsroom, located this week in the woods of New Jersey. I got very curious, no Nick, not that kind of curious, about what Chris actually saw on the side of the road last week. So I've been walking the woods for a few hours, trying to find what he saw. I asked Chris for a rough idea on where he saw the creature, but he was too busy licking a plate to answer any of my questions. I thought he might be doing some of Nick's drugs, but it just turns out he had Chef Boyardee for dinner, and he's a member of the Clean Plate Club. He's not only a member, he's the president of the club. Anyways, I hear something just around the bend here. What is it? Oh, it's Sarah sitting on a stump talking to a spider. That's strange. Almost as strange as the fact that Scott wished us all a happy January 6th, but not a happy Martin Luther King Day. Strange, but not surprising. Wait, I see something else. Oh, that's just a raccoon. I know it's a raccoon because describing a raccoon is the same thing as describing Chris Yob. Dark circles under the eyes, small but chubby, stays up all night, eats garbage, that kind of thing. Wait, something's coming down the path. It's definitely some kind of canine of some sort. I have my phone ready so I can do that trick that Scott told us about that'll identify what type of dog it is. By the way, why does Scott know that trick? Anyways, here it comes. This has to be what Chris saw. Too bad Chris isn't here to scare it away. It's a well-known fact that coyotes are repelled by the smell of hair that hasn't been washed in 4 months. All right, this is it.
Yo quiero Taco Bell.
Oh, Chris, looks like you just saw a little dog. And if I had to guess, it looks like it's Lewis's dog. So while I get this dog back to Lewis before Scott sees it, let's get into this week's Florida Man or Jersey Man. So for our first story, a man is wanted for stealing 12 bottles of wine from a Publix. And for our second story, a father and son team are arrested in an armed bank robbery.
All right. There is a giveaway here, so I'm going to go to Sarah last.
There is.
Are we all aware of the giveaway?
Let's see.
Nick, what do you think?
Nick knows.
Publix is Florida, right?
Yeah, Publixes are only in like
Florida.
Florida, Georgia.
Yeah. I'd say we don't have them up in the north.
So we're in a general consensus that Publix, Florida, except for me, I'm going to guess that there was a knockoff store that was used to be a 7-Eleven, changed to a store called Publix in New Jersey.
Oh, instead of with the X, it's a CKS?
Yes, it's just Publix. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm sticking with Publix wine, Florida.
I get a lot of wine from Publix. It could have been my husband, so.
All right, let's find out the answers.
So our first story is from Florida, where Crime Stoppers in Southwest Florida are sharing surveillance photos of a man accused of stealing 12 bottles of wine from Publix on social media in hopes that they can identify him. The crime happened at a Publix on Fiddlesticks Boulevard, stupid name, in Fort Myers. You know, Scott likes his women like he likes his wine. 10 years old and locked in the basement.
Wow.
So that means our second story is from New Jersey, where a father and son are facing charges connected to an armed robbery of a bank in Voorhees Township, New Jersey. Some people are saying this about the crime.
There's just a great bondage between father and son.
Not the words I'd use. And in other news, in New York, a 62-year-old man is facing criminal charges after he allegedly spray painted some squirrels. He would trap the squirrels, spray paint them red, and then release them into another neighborhood. I guess if he was in Florida, he'd have to spray paint them white to get them into Scott's neighborhood. Or black if he wanted them immediately arrested.
Oh, wow.
That's it for me this week, guys. We'll talk to you next week.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
That was a good one.
Very good one. Very good one. So I've got 3 kids. Sarah, you've got 2. Do you have a favorite?
What?
Do you have a favorite?
Oh.
Well, I mean, I do, depending on what's going on. But I have made it a personal mission that, like, because the 3 of you are kind of like my kids. But over the last, I've got a favorite right now, and that could change.
Daddy?
But right now I have a favorite. And
okay,
Chris, how does it feel? It's a creation of yours. It's you. A creation of yours got 7 million views on TikTok.
Yeah. You know what? So a lot goes through my mind. Was it a creation of mine? No, I stole it. Right. So it's the same pride as we all have as Americans, because this is not our land. It was we just took it, and I'm very proud to live on my land, even though it wasn't mine to begin with. So it's all the American dream. I just love stealing things and remarketing it as my own. So it's in short, I'm very proud. Very proud.
Okay.
Wow, that's homophobic. wait. The gay one's always the favorite.
my bad. Well, you'll all have your opportunities to be my favorite. Chris, I'm super. Listen, we started just messing around with these shorts. And when I say we, mostly you, just messing around with these shorts, adding little captions here and there, just to make it a little bit funnier. And, you know, we've had a lot of fun with it, and we've had some success on YouTube. But this is crazy. Last week we talked about it was at 4 million, and today hit 7 million. I'm just super proud of you. That's like really cool
Scott.
thing. That's something that you kind of created, even though you stole a video, but you had the idea to do what you did to it.
I did put a cute little caption at the top.
And you edited it at just the right time.
Yeah, you know what? I learned so much from watching mainstream media that if you cut a video clip off at the right time, you can make it fit any narrative you want. So I wanted to make it look like Joe Biden didn't know what he was talking about. Wasn't very hard. It was not very hard. Spoiler alert, it wasn't very hard. That video was amazing. I watched that video, not as much as Scott every day, but I do watch it.
6 million times.
Yeah. We 3. Scott's the other 4. Yeah, no, amazing. What's really annoying though is the notifications just flooded by that video.
Oh my God.
And I can't imagine being a famous person and every little post that I put. I understand why people turn comments off.
Well,
now
you silence
when they're famous
it. Yeah,
and don't
you
give
silence
a shit.
it. Yeah. They don't care.
I didn't understand why Logan Paul didn't let people comment on his post. Now I understand. Because like we've talked about before, you are experiencing the bottom of the barrel of humanity.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, and I didn't know that you could drill a hole in the bottom of the barrel and get further into humanity, but there are people that live under the bottom of the barrel as well. It is terrifying. And that's why I'm voting for anybody who is pro fossil fuels. So I think the faster we end this world, the better.
So let me just, and for those of you who are not following us on TikTok, go to TikTok, just search No New Friends Podcast, although it is no.new.friends.podcast, and it'll pull right up. Give us a follow. That really helps us out. So here's some statistics for you. So it's been viewed 7 million times. It's been liked 665,000 times with 7,600 comments. It's been shared 67,000 times and favorited 63,000 times. It's been viewed for over 22,000 hours, which is insane.
Is it really 22,000 hours?
22,000 hours.
Incredible.
It's almost as old as you.
And the total viewers, so unique viewers, it was 6 million. So of those 6 million, obviously a couple people watched it a couple times, getting us up to the 7 million total. But Chris, I'm so proud of you. You put a lot of work into that. I need some more shorts.
I put 30 seconds into that video, and it was the best 30 seconds of my life.
So what you're saying is there's no reason that you couldn't put out 4 a day.
No, you know what though? So what's happened recently, peeling back the curtain, what's happened recently is I taught Grandpa Joe. Grandpa Joe's sitting over here doing nothing with YouTube Shorts because he doesn't know how. I show him the golden ticket, and he just gets out of bed, jumps out of bed, and he's putting out YouTube Shorts day and night.
That is true.
Yeah. What I love about Scott's YouTube Shorts is it's Scott if the title of the short is the same exact thing, just worded a little different. Like Scott goes all in on the clickbaity title, which I respect the hell out of. But if you see something that says live look or breaking, it's definitely Scott or college football, because I have no idea anything about college football.
Okay, so then who's the person that's constantly nudging me when I'm on TikTok?
It's both of us. It's both of us.
Out of you.
Oh, okay.
I think it's so funny that that's even an option. I was a big poker on Facebook. I nudge the shit out of people on TikTok. When I see there's an ability to nudge or wave, I love being that weirdo that nudges somebody, and you nudge right back. So all power to you.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna give up.
You're a quick nudger too. Like, yeah. You're an impressive nudger. Like
I just didn't know who I was nudging.
Right back. We're double teaming you. We're double nudging you.
Yeah, we're double nudging you from both sides.
Yeah, this is Alex,
cut that.
That's how that did not come out the way I wanted it to. Google what nudging is on TikTok.
So Lewis, you have sweatpants.
I don't discriminate. I nudge Lewis too.
Yeah, and then you start nudging your sister, everyone. And then I'm like, should I nudge his sister back? I don't know what to do here. So I just nudge her back.
She sends me TikToks, and then it's getting sent to our. I don't know how TikTok works. I still don't know how it works. We have all these views. So my sister will text me TikToks, and then it shows up on our notifications on TikTok that she's sharing with me. I'm like, does she know that this is me? I have no idea how this works. So I just nudge everyone to be nice. I think, you know what? You look like you deserve a nudge. Gonna nudge you. I think it's a sign of respect. I think that's what a nudge is. It's like the little
if you buy them dinner Facebook. First.
And
do they still poke on Facebook? Can you do that?
I wish you could.
That was like that was the only thing you could do back in the day when there was no like walls or anything. You could just poke somebody.
No, non-consensual poking was very frowned upon. I don't know if you know this,
it was allowed back in the
just legalized prostitution, and it's fine.
Yeah, I felt violated with the poking when it wasn't necessary. Random people.
It was annoying.
Yeah. It really was.
I used to pay before I poked.
There you go.
Hey guys, actually, can you guys move out of the way? Because I have something to say. Now it's my turn to talk. I'm gay.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move, I'm gay.
We'll never get old.
I'm glad the music works for the gay guy, because I
know. I'm so excited because you were actually prepared. I was waiting for like a pause, and then like we had to have Alex edit it in.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
We got it. So Chris kind of mentioned something. So Scott and I were actually talking while Chris was cleaning up shit. So on Facebook, I just made myself what's it called now?
Verified.
Where I have the verified. So I have the check.
The blue check mark.
Yeah,
didn't
on
know
my
that.
personal Facebook page. So
I'm friends with the
we've been
verified
talking-
guy.
Yeah,
That's actually pretty cool.
I'm official now.
Yeah.
So I have a blue check mark. Don't know what it means. What I do know what it means is my profile is now basically pushed out to more people.
Oh.
And by more people, I mean gay, horny men.
Oh.
So you were talking about like kind of what it's like to be a celebrity, and then they get random messages and comments and stuff. I just got one literally right before we started recording from Walt Howald from Elderton, Pennsylvania.
Oh, maybe we can, I
big
can
shout
visit
out.
him.
It says,
Let's see how far he is.
first off, he doesn't use spaces in his sentence, but it's hi Nick, period, sexy baby, period, Nick, okay, period. And then he sends a new one that says hello, period, Nick, period, sex, period, baby, period, back, period, okay.
No.nude.friends.podcast.
And then I get another one because I didn't respond, and he says text baby back, okay. So, and this is not the first one I've had. Like, I literally just got verified like 2 days ago, and I've had probably 5 messages now from random gay horny men. One of them, this guy messaged and was like, hey, can you send pictures? And I'm like, well, you're on Facebook, so you can just go to my profile. My pictures are right there. He's like, well, aren't you gay? And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, send me dick pictures. I'm like,
it's all right. That's the code.
Yeah.
So you got me.
I did not send him any, but I did block him.
Oh, wait, you're going to laugh at this. So Elderton, Pennsylvania is exactly 4 hours from both you and I. So
you guys could meet
go say
up.
hi. Yeah.
Well, we can meet in the
go
middle.
say hi. I think I think that's it. When we meet, it'll be in Elderton, Pennsylvania.
The New Friends podcast is recording live from Elderton, Pennsylvania next week.
Oh, Sarah, you down? We'll go to no, not next week. It's too cold.
It's gonna
It's
be
very cold.
No,
I'm not prepared for that.
No.
I'd stay away from that. And other news, while I'm still talking, and it's my floor now, still Scott. We haven't talked about it in a couple weeks, but I actually just got a brand new review in on Apple Podcasts.
Oh, thank you. Yes, please share the review.
So please go give us a review. Leave us a 5-star review. So this one literally just came in. This is from Bailey the dog. That says, this is amazing. 5 stars. Would poop here again.
Wow.
So thank you, Bailey the dog, for that amazing review. And now back to you, Scott.
Thank you so much, Nick. Nick, I do have a question, and if you don't want to answer it, then we'll just edit it out. Who gets more action, you or Sean?
Me? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I have more time. I have more free time.
And I feel like Sean just like wanted to just come home, play a game in his arcade, and just go to sleep or read a comic book. And you're.
Yeah, 'cause he works in retail, and it's very stressful. It's long 12-hour days sometimes, running around a giant grocery store chain. So, and I have some free time, so it's all me.
Good for you.
Yeah, but it happens every once in a blue moon too. So
Gotcha.
It's not every day. I'm gay. It could happen every day if I wanted. I was on the grinder earlier today, and
dudes can get it whenever they want
anything
from other dudes.
Just wasn't anything.
Yeah.
And I can so there's another app too. While we're on the subject, there's another one online that's not an app, but it's called Sniffies. Weird name. But it literally shows GPS a map of where people are.
That's
so I can zoom in.
crazy.
It's very creepy. I can zoom in to see other neighborhoods nearby.
Who came up with that? Fucking Jeffrey Dahmer?
Right. This app is not safe. I was on my way home earlier, and I was stopping to get gas, and the gas station's across the street from a high school. There is somebody on in the high school. I drove as fast as I can to get away from this. I am not. No. But Scott was there, so I let him take one for the team.
This app is not safe. Anybody who's interested, please use my referral link. Sippy.com/
As Scott's online right now, trying to see who's near him.
Alex, I think I joked about death too much this episode. You ever just feel like a cleanse from No New Friends?
Oh, yeah, always. Every Wednesday after I get done editing the podcast, I need to cleanse.
Yeah, just like a little bit of family-friendly content, right?
Something wholesome.
You have a recommendation?
Our other podcast, the Disney History Podcast, I think would be a great alternative.
Do I have to like Disney?
I mean, it helps.
All right, well, because I love Disney.
Well, that's really good. That's a good start.
Where can I listen to this podcast that I record with you?
Well, our podcast comes out every Tuesday, but if you want, you can also go to our YouTube channel, Diz His Pod, and we have all of our past episodes up on there. We also on all social media under Diz His Pod. We do post every week, and we also have our own Patreon, just like No New Friends.
Really? I'm going to have to go check this podcast out that we do together.
Yes, I would love if you listen to our podcast once in a while.
This week, we have a really fun one. We have the Sophisticated Gentleman and Ryan from Jersey Man versus Florida Man on.
Oh,
I have a little
that's a fun one.
Gang bang of hosts. Wait a second. Yeah, I have nothing. I have no better comparison. We all do a top 5 sidekicks, Disney sidekicks, which is a lot of fun. We debate. I have the best list. I think it's undisputed.
Were you the master debater?
Oh, 100%. And after the show ended. But anyway, check us out at Diz His on, literally everywhere that you get your podcasts. It's a podcast. Just look it up.
All right, so before we get to a travel update, we've got a pop-in special guest, Dane from the YouTube channel Big Beautiful Diz. We always talk about it at the end of the episodes. Chris likes to go on Big Beautiful binges. So Dane,
I do.
Yeah, Dane has a big announcement for us. So he's breaking news right here on the No New Friends podcast. I think this is the first time that we've broken exclusive news. We've broken Achilles, but we've never broken.
Well, Nick came out of the closet on one of our episodes.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Nick broke my back once on not on an episode, but in Ohio once.
And since you brought it up, Scott, my hand is fine. Also, thank you.
All right.
Okay. No,
so
but
Dane,
Scott,
what is going on?
I appreciate you having me on, even though it's very short, just like your sex. Anyway, no.
Wow.
Have you
appreciate
had sex yet? You're 17 years old. In fact, did anybody collect his waiver when he came
Tori's
on?
watching right now. I can't answer that question. No, but in seriousness, I've been working on a huge project these last couple weeks, so I needed a platform.
So Nick got excited when you said huge project.
I needed a platform besides my own to come on and announce it. So I've been creating a full-length documentary these last couple months.
Wow.
Nice.
And, my videos, I describe them as documentary-style videos. No, this is going to be an hour-long, full-length documentary. Stories being told through interviews. I am not talking a single time in this video. And it is going to be
doing sign language.
Yeah. I don't
Holy
know
shit.
don't know how to do sign language, but
Good for you.
Yeah. No, but some of the people included in this documentary are Max Howard, who's the studio executive of the Walt Disney Feature Animation Building, because that's what the documentary is about. It is about the the animation studio in Disney World. So some
cool.
people that are included in this are Max Howard, the studio executive from when it opened, many animators, Jerry Reese, who directed Back to Neverland, Bob Rogers, who designed some different kind of technology you see in that studio tour. Just to name a few names. And the name of the documentary is going to be called Beyond the Glass, the WDW Animation Building.
I like that. When you got all those interviews, did you bust a... Never mind. Continue.
Yeah, so I don't have a release date for it yet. That will come very soon. But I am targeting to have this out sometime in March, early April. But yeah, so that's the project announcement.
That's awesome. That's so exciting.
Awesome.
I'm really excited.
Excited for it.
So what you guys don't know, Dane has been whispering sweet nothings about this documentary into my ear for the last few weeks, and I am so excited for him because these names, like, you might not know the names yourself, but if you look into who these people are, like they took on some pretty big projects in the parks, and like actual like Disney movies that you have like let you love. It's so cool, Dane, that you have the opportunity, that you created the opportunity to be able to talk to these people. Super proud of you for this huge project that you've taken on. Yeah. And I'm so excited because I know you're going to kill it with this. You're a very good storyteller in your short videos. Cannot wait to see a full-length video of this documentary, man. We're so excited.
I won't name the names of the actual animators because people unfortunately probably won't know the names by name. But some of the movies that these people have worked on, Mulan, Lilo and Stitch, Lion King, Pocahontas, Aladdin, and many, many more. And because of this documentary, there are email addresses in my email inbox with the address at disneyanimation.com. So
that's cool.
Really neat.
That's amazing.
That is really cool.
So, yeah. Looking forward to it.
Really excited. And when that releases or gets ready to release, we will definitely keep everybody posted on both here and his as well, because Disney related, I would say. It's Disney related.
Just a little bit.
So yes, we'll plug it there as well. But yeah, so excited to watch this. I'm going to beautifully and bigly binge this this documentary probably a few times over.
Chris,
I'm really excited.
Probably going to be there on the premiere.
From
He's going to be there.
I will definitely be there. Yeah, I will definitely be there for the
That's
premiere.
awesome. I'm so excited for you. So
you're watching from the window.
Dane, is that what you kind of try to do, is put out like one really big project a year? Because I know like last year or 2 years ago you had the Wonders of Life one, which was like a full length hour.
Pretty much. Yeah. The whole concept of this came about because I was like, I want to do a big video this year, because last year I was going to do a big project and then it just never happened because I'm lazy. It was going to be over the summer. It was going to be a series that I just ended up not happening. So I was like, this year I need another big project. And this is the documentary that's happening. So Beyond the Glass, the WDW animation building, look for it coming very soon.
Awesome. I can't wait to check that out. Nick, do you have a travel update for us?
I do. I talked last week about it, but I am, as you guys are probably listening to this, on a cruise ship right now. I'm on the Royal Caribbean Icon of the Seas. It's the newest, largest cruise ship in the entire world. It is massive. They said between guest and crew, between guest and crew, up to about 10,000 people can fit on the ship.
Well, I heard it's unsinkable.
Oh my God.
I hope so. Those lifeboats are very, very small. So it's a really awesome opportunity that I was invited by Royal Caribbean to go on a special 3-night sailing along with a bunch of other travel agencies. So we're going to be showcased on the ship. We are going to be doing some live streaming on Facebook and Instagram at Sandpiper Vacations. And I might even do a little takeover of the No New Friends podcast YouTube channel and try to do maybe a live stream too.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
Did you get Scott's permission?
I did not. I just I proved myself.
I was gonna say, is that a threat or a promise?
Nick, I'm
trying to become
Daddy, please.
I'm trying to become the favorite child again.
Nick, I'm warning you. If you do one live and it does very well, I'm going to blow you up on via text message. Every 5 minutes.
I'd hate that.
I was expecting a different kind of blow up. But
Chris, okay, you know, double tap or triple tap. Chris gets like, what's the word for 100 tap?
Yeah.
Just telling you.
Scott just got very aroused there.
But yes, I did. You providing content for No New Friends.
Oh, and if it
gets me aroused.
If it goes well, maybe I can go on your vacation with you.
I love that idea. I know a guy who can help you book that vacation.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. So yeah, if you are interested in booking a vacation, it is an amazing time to book. Cruises are at their best pricings of the year right now. So contact me at sandpipervacations.com. Make sure you mention the No New Friends podcast sent you. Book your trips, book your vacations early. Don't wait till last minute like Scott. And but we did find a good room for you.
Yes, we did.
I'm
so excited about it.
Yeah, it took a while. It only took about 7 months, but we found it and we got it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Nick. Chris, you got any Cliff Notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day. The Notes way.
MLK Day was the other day, so shout out to all the people that celebrate. Service people, I guess. Day of service, right? One person who doesn't understand MLK Day is Scott. We were on the phone talking about it, and I was talking about how great the day is and why we celebrate MLK. I just think it's really great too. And Scott responded and said, there are a lot of fine Caucasians that dream as well. You don't see us getting a day off of work for them.
Wow. Oh
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Scott started off the episode by telling Sarah her hair was, quote, on fleek. He texted me before the episode and told me he wants to make up for the racist part that he plays on the show. So he said he was going to speak more, quote, urban friendly. But I do have to say, I did have to remind him the N-word is not urban friendly, Scott. It's just a derogatory term when you say it.
As long as you don't use the hard R, it's fine.
Sarah talked about how she accidentally flashed a picture of a penis in front of her hairdresser at her appointment. Pretty awkward, must say so myself. I actually flashed a picture of a penis in front of my dentist one time. Now, thank goodness Nick is my dentist. You might be confused, but that's what I call him because I go to him for all my oral emergencies. I talk about doing podcasts when sick. I call them my flu game. Now, today I would like to title this my shit show. But if you want to see a real shit show, please join our Patreon to see some of our unaired interviews.
I did put the Cinema Snob. I released it on YouTube. It's now public. It's actually done a good amount of views today. So I'm very happy.
Why'd you say that right after I talked about shit show interviews?
Alex, cut that.
I was just curious. You dug yourself into that hole. Speaking of my dog shitting in my office, Scott was right when I said I had no idea what the hell I was doing trying to clean this up. So naturally, I texted I Believe Services, who has plenty experience cleaning up human dog messes.
Wow. Sorry, it took a minute, but I got it.
Nick announced that he was invited this weekend to go on vacation where he will be surrounded by seamen. He will also be embarking on a cruise on Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas. So I'm really, really happy for you, Nick.
Thank you.
On both fronts. And lastly, Scott was upset about the new rule that apparently was just implemented about not using a plastic bag for his recycles. I haven't seen him this angry about a rule change since Brown versus Board of Education.
Wow. Oh my God.
And those are my Cliff Notes.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day. Chris is Cliff's Notes way.
Thank you so much, Chris.
That's the one where I started laughing. You started typing Cliff Notes because I was Googling just to confirm that Brown versus Board of Education was the abolishment of segregation.
See, I knew that. You can connect.
I had to bring it up for. I literally just said that so then Ryan would get the joke in chat.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You can connect with us. All of our social media links are right there on our website. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise. Join our clubhouse. Become a Patreon member. You can see all those interviews that I haven't aired yet. Maybe I will sometime. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. Also, check out all of our friends' podcasts. They're right there at the bottom of the page. It's all everybody that we support. All those great shows that we tell you about every week. Leave us a review. Follow us on YouTube so you can watch us record segment 1 live every week. And then when we do NNF Reacts, we're also on the YouTube. We may switch it up to the TikTok. I don't know. We'll see. Haven't really talked that over with Chris yet. On behalf of Dane, Game Master Ryan, our producer Alex, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye, bitches.